What's going on, guys? May the 4th be with you, or as we like to say it, may the Force be with you. And today I'm going to be ranking the Star Wars movies in my order that I want it to be. This is my opinion, it's all opinion based. So without further ado, on the S spot, I gotta go with the Solo movie. This is my favorite Star Wars movie. Han Solo is my favorite character throughout the whole Star Wars universe. And it basically captures his whole backstory and how he came to be Han Solo with the Millennium Falcon. And we also meet Kira, who's with Darth Maul. I hope that they do expand on that, like Darth Maul's backstory as well, because we meet Darth Maul in Episode 1, and I guess this takes place after Episode 1. I'm not like a Star Wars geek. I know everything in it, but I know bits and pieces, and I know some of the important things. So that's basically why I want Solo to be at the S spot. I know a lot of people aren't gonna agree with that. It should probably deserve like an A or B, but this is my favorite movie, and that's one of the reasons why. I just love the movie as a whole. We get to meet Chewbacca and everyone else, the Millennium Falcon and whatnot. Coming in number 2 spot on the S list, we're gonna have to go with. Let me see. This is a hard one because the way I can rank this. No, I'm gonna go with Rise of Skywalker, because why not? Rise of Skywalker. This really got me into Star Wars. I know a lot of people didn't like the ending. I like the ending. It's not the ending that we all wanted. But I just loved it. I don't know why people hate this movie so much. I think it did better than the last movie before the other one that came out. We get to meet Rey. Well, not to meet Rey. This is the first time I ever saw her. When I watched this movie, I never heard of her. And it really brought me into Star Wars. We see Ren. He basically gets his saddle stripped away and he dies. Palpatine, once again. Palpatine's a control ruler of the universe, you feel me? Like, the Jedis are trying to stop him. And they get so close, and then Kylo Ren has to die because of it. Hands over his power to Rey because I guess they're like sisters and brothers. I think that's what they are. Don't judge me on that. I don't know my Star Wars shit all like that, but it really brought me into Star Wars, honestly. That's why I'm going to put it at the S spot. I know this is opinion based once again, so feel free to leave your comments in the description below. Coming in at the A spot, I'm going to put A New Hope. Darth Vader is Luke's father and whatnot. We know him as Anakin before all this. I just like the whole space thing. You're with Han Solo and Millennium Falcon. You have to go to fucking the Death Star to meet Vader or whatever. I don't know too much. I forget a lot of things. I'm just winging this video. I don't know. The Force is with me, though. Don't get me wrong. The Force is with me. Princess Leia and Luke are essentially brothers and sisters, like how Rey and Ren are. We meet R2-D2, C-3PO, and whatnot. Han Solo takes Luke to the fucking Death Star. I think that's what they're on. Or the Imperial. I don't know what they're on. But they meet Vader. I'm not going to spoil anything what happens, but I think that's why it deserves the A spot. It really captures the moment. And we get to see Vader, and we get to see the light side of him. He's not as bad as we all thought he was, so I'm going to leave that there. And at the B spot, I'm going to put Episode 1, because why not? This really brought in Star Wars. We meet Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi. Obi essentially picks up Anakin from the planet Tatooine, I think, the desert, and he basically trains him as his apprentice and whatnot. The princess basically gets captured. They want her, they're trying to block trade or whatever. The Sith, we get to meet the Sith, Darth Maul once again. That corresponds with Solo, Darth Maul and Solo, and because once again Kira is with Darth Maul, and I really want them to make like another backstory for Darth Maul or whatever, like make a Solo number 2. That would be pretty epic. A sequel to Solo, because that really leads off after Episode 1, and I liked Episode 1. I mean, a lot of people might be boring, but I enjoyed it. It really got me into Star Wars as well. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna leave it at the B spot. And after that, I'm gonna go with you know what? Rogue One. Rogue One wasn't that bad. I liked it. Basically, the Death Star maker or whatever, the creator's daughter basically is rebelling against the the Republic or whatever you want to call it. I'm not too sure what they're called. I haven't watched Star Wars in a while, but my brain's just like everywhere today. So I like this movie because I like this. I like the cinematics in this movie. It was like a battlefield out there in this movie, man. It was like Battlefield. It was actually like showing like people getting shot and whatnot. You don't see that much in Star Wars. Like the old films, there's just like fucking stormtroopers dying. So that's why I'm gonna leave out the B spot. I think another Star Wars movie that deserves the S spot, honestly, is Return of the Jedi. It had a really good story. Basically, Luke and then Lando, they go and meet Jabba the Hutt and Vader because they made a deal and like it basically went wrong. I'm not gonna really spoil anything for you guys. So Han Solo basically saves Leia with Chewbacca and Lando once again. And the Ewoks help, and then there's C-3PO and R2-D2 to like corrupt the dark side, and they want to defeat the evil empire basically. And that's where it really leads off after that. So that's why I think it deserves that spot. I really love the story. I'm going to be putting episode 3 at the A spot. Basically, Anakin turns to the dark side. And Palpatine basically tricked him into joining the dark side, you know. It was pretty fucked up how it all happened. It's really crazy though, because like this could have been all prevented if Anakin didn't fucking question the Jedi Order and whatnot. They were on the right path, but he wasn't seeing eye to eye with the Jedis. And Obi-Wan Kenobi and General Grievous. Grievous escapes basically. He was created by the Sith, you know what I mean? He was just a fucking robot and whatnot. And Anakin basically embraces the dark side throughout the whole movie, so that's why I'm gonna leave it the A spot. Really good movie though. I'm gonna be putting episode 2 at the C spot. This basically like really sets off the Clone War movement and whatnot. Anakin becomes Padme's like protector, and Obi-Wan Kenobi is with Anakin throughout this whole movie and whatnot. We get to meet a lot of new people in this movie as well. We meet Jango Fett, Boba, and they go to Tatooine. And basically Anakin has visions of like his mother and whatnot, and basically Anakin's whole life is revealed throughout episode 2. Basically his mom was abducted by Tusken Raiders and he basically wants revenge, and he basically massacres the whole tribe in this movie. That basically shines some light on his dark side, so I'm gonna leave it at that. The movie was also a good movie. There's really no bad Star Wars movies. It's basically how all you take it in and whatnot. So that's why I think it deserves a C spot. Alrighty, The Empire Strikes Back, I think it deserves an A spot. Basically, Luke meets Vader and he finds out that Vader's his father. They basically duel and Luke loses an arm because of it. Vader fucking slices it off. We learn a lot of new things in this movie. There's Han Solo, C-3PO once again, Chewbacca, and Jedi Master Yoda. Basically, Yoda has visions and basically sends fucking Luke to the Rebel Alliance to face his father Vader. So I'm not gonna really spoil anything else. So that's why I think it deserves the A spot. I'm gonna be putting The Force Awakens in the C spot. Basically, the Empire gets defeated, and then there's a new threat, the First Order and whatnot. We meet Finn. He was a stormtrooper, but he changes his alliance to like the Jedi Squad or whatever you want to call it. Whatever the fighter squad is that they fly in the sky. I can't remember. My brain just had a brain fart right now. And Rey and Solo basically go on the hunt and search for Luke Skywalker for answers and whatnot. I'm not going to say too much. I think Han dies in this movie, sadly, with Chewbacca. So yeah, that's basically why I think there's a C spot. Great movie, once again. Finn, also, I'm not going to foreshadow anything, but he might be a Jedi. We don't know for too sure yet, but I think later in other movies, I forget which movie it is, but he uses a lightsaber. That's all I'm going to say, and that's why I think he deserves a C spot. I'm going to be putting The Last Jedi in the D spot. I really didn't enjoy this movie. I know that there was like some new editors on the set and they changed the whole story and whatnot into their favor, but I'm going to be explaining why I think this movie deserves this D spot. So basically, after like the Starkiller base gets destroyed, the First Order fleet arrives, and then Leia and Poe, they basically counterattack it and they try to destroy the First Order dreadnought and whatnot. Kylo Ren doesn't really fire on the Resistance ship because he knows that Rey's on that ship and whatnot. I just didn't like the movie, how the story went along. I feel like they missed a lot of aspects in the movie. And then we get to see Snoke and whatnot. I didn't really enjoy it, but this is my tier list, guys. Once again, hope you guys did all enjoy this list. And if you do agree, comment down below. If you disagree, make sure to comment and tell me why I'm wrong and whatnot. I respect everybody's opinion on this channel. So yeah, this is basically my list. I know I might have missed a lot of things. I'm not like a Star Wars fanatic. I don't know all my shit. But this is my opinion once again. I'm just going off what movies I thought were really enjoyable and really caught my eye. And I'm into the Star Wars series now, thanks to my good friend Donald for watching this. Shout out to you, man. So yeah, that's basically it. It's been Mode, and I am out. Peace.